In this video, I'll be talking about Allied Interstate. Hi, I'm Consumer Protection Attorney Bill Clanton, and I've helped hundreds of consumers deal with debt collection harassment, inaccurate credit reporting, and other consumer-related matters. In this video, I'll be talking about Allied Interstate, who they are, what they do, and how they break the law. Allied Interstate is an old debt collection company. They've been around since 1954. They're based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they collect all variety of consumer type debts. Telecommunications debt, medical debts, all kinds of debts they collect. And they've been doing it for a long time. They are a legitimate debt collection agency, and they have a bond on file with the Texas Secretary of State. Allied Interstate makes phone calls and sends letters to collect debts. And they also engage in some credit reporting as well. And that's the three ways they break the law. How does a company like Allied Interstate break the law? Well, before we get to that question, let's talk about their history of complaints. They have been sued over 1,500 times for violations of consumer protection laws. The Better Business Bureau has 81 complaints on file, and I think that number is a little bit low because the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has over 1,500, almost 1,600 complaints on file for Allied Interstate. These guys are playing fast and loose. They are aggressive debt collectors. Now, how can you recognize aggressive debt collection? Well, misrepresentations about debts. Do they overstate the amount of the debt? Do they send you a letter that differs from an amount on a credit report or an amount from the original creditor? That's a number one way that debt collectors break the law. Another way debt collectors break the law is by calling third parties and disclosing your debt to them. Your debt is yours, and it's a violation of the law for Allied Interstate to tell anybody else about the debt. Other ways they break the law is by failing to report a disputed debt as disputed on your credit report. When you dispute a debt, it means something, and that needs to be reflected on your credit report. And when it's not, that's a violation of the law. Allied Interstate can break the law, the debt collection laws, by being overly aggressive on the phone, using profanity, being insulting or demeaning. That's not as common as it used to be, but it still happens sometimes. Now, what laws do they break? Well, the primary debt collection law in the United States is the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or the FDCPA. The FDCPA says that Allied Interstate cannot do a lot of the things I just mentioned: calling third parties, misstating the amount of the debt, the legal status of the debt, failing to report a disputed debt as disputed. Those are all plain violations of the FDCPA. Now, why should you be on the lookout for these types of things? Well, because the FDCPA says that you can recover your actual damages, your statutory damages of up to $1,000, your attorney's fees, and your costs. So that means that an attorney, an FDCPA attorney, who's going to handle your FDCPA claim should not charge you any money to get started on your case, because they will get paid by Allied Interstate. You'll recover $1,000. It's pretty simple. If you find one of these violations, call an FDCPA lawyer, and you can recover your $1,000, your actual damages, and it won't cost you anything to do it. The other law that Allied Interstate may be breaking when they call you is the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. The TCPA says that if Allied Interstate is using an auto dialer to call your cell phone, they have to have your permission, and you can revoke that permission at any time. So if Allied Interstate is calling you with an auto dialer and you tell them to stop calling you, this is my cell phone, then they know it's your cell phone and they should stop calling. If they continue to call your cell phone without your permission, you can recover $500 per call and up to $1,500 per call. If you get hundreds of calls, or even tens or dozens of calls from Allied Interstate, these cases can be pretty valuable. The third law that Allied Interstate could be breaking when they try to collect your debt is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. The FCRA says that Allied Interstate has to make their reporting about your debt accurate and non-misleading. If they report inaccurate information on your credit report, that's a violation. In order to take action on this violation, though, you have to dispute the debt. It's best to dispute it with the credit bureaus and with Allied Interstate. After you dispute the debt, if it's still being reported inaccurately, then you may have a case under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. The Fair Credit Reporting Act says you can recover actual damages, statutory damages, possibly even punitive damages, attorney's fees, and costs. Again, since you can recover your attorney's fees and costs, a Fair Credit Reporting Act attorney should not charge you anything. Anything out of your pocket, that is. They will get paid out of the recovery in the case. This is the tip of the iceberg when it comes to consumer protection matters. If you're being harassed by Allied Interstate, I'd like to talk to you. I want to help you out. I'm in your corner. My number's in the description below. Please give me a call if I can help you out. If you've gained something in this video, if you've learned something, please subscribe to this video so I can make more like it. Thank you for watching.